Welcome to StudyPartners.us. In this video, I'm going to be introducing the Extractor. One extraction creates multiple AI-based teaching, testing, grading, reading, and reporting tools. These tools reinforce StudyPartners' pedagogy of course-specific application and helps place information directly into short-term, mid-term, and long-term memory. So let's get started by clicking on the Extractor button from the home page, and then let's try it. In step 1, it says to copy and paste. Use periods, exclamation points, or other closing punctuation to separate questions. Next, copy and paste the sentences here before clicking the Auto-Generate button. So I've already prepared my statements, and I just pasted it. Now I click Auto-Generate, and now I have questions and answers. Check 5 or 6 questions to convert the study partner format, and then move to step 3 by clicking the Edit and Convert button. The highlighted words will be the answer. You can edit these highlights in the next step. So I'm going to click on all 5 because a minimum of 5 is required to create a study partner. And then I'm already looking at number 4. I see that A is highlighted as the answer, and I like to change that. So to do that, click on Edit and Confirm. And now it has questions 1 of 5. So on the first question, I can see the correct answer is storage, and it's already generated incorrect answers for me. I can edit these answers manually by clicking Edit this question. And I'll just change the letter A to volume, and save edit. Let's go to the next question. And I like everything about how the Extractor generated this question from my content. Sugars are carbohydrates, but not all carbohydrates are sugars. Carbohydrates are used to store energy and genetic information, as well as play important roles in cell-to-cell interactions and communications. So cell storage, to store carbohydrates, to store, let's edit that and change it to, let's just say mass, save edit, and now we're at that question I wanted to change the answer to. The simplest type of carbohydrate is a monosaccharide. So I'll edit this question, and you'll see there's 3 icons at the top. One icon says Add Audio, the other is Add Image, and the third is Highlight New Answer. I'm going to click on the Highlight tool, and it says highlight the word or phrase you want as the correct answer. When your answer is highlighted, click Save Highlighted Answer. So I want monosaccharide to be the correct answer. So I highlighted that, and I clicked Save Highlighted Answer. And now it changed it for me. Let's go to number 5. And monosaccharides contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, mostly in a ratio of 1 to 1. And I like the incorrect answers generated here, and I like the correct answer that the Extractor chose. So I'm going to click Edit just to show you that I can click Add Audio, and that would add audio to the question. You can upload an MP3 file and limit the size to 50 kilobytes or less. And then that audio will be accompanied with your text-based question. So let's click Cancel, and I'll click Edit this question again and choose to add an image. Change question to image. So what that's indicating is that this text on the left will no longer appear. I'm going to be changing it just to a JPEG. Upload a JPEG file with maximum width and height of 200 pixels and limit size to 50 kilobytes or less. Make sure the background is white, and I can just simply upload the file here. But I want to keep it as a text-based question, so I'll click Cancel. And now you can go through it as much as you like. When you're ready to take it, give your study partner a name, enter your initials, and click Take It below to save and take your new study partner. So when you're logged in, you won't have to do this. It's automatically saved under your account. But when you're using the demonstration, let's say about carbohydrates, And I'll just put MP, take it. It's preparing the study partner, and now I have a 5-question study partner about carbohydrates. So now with my information about carbohydrates, studypartners.us extracted that content and gave me a whole array of tools that I can use to teach myself, test myself, and grade myself on this new content. I have a printable worksheet, flashcards, digital worksheet, teach me, study, take it, clocker, cram it, reading, spelling, grammar, type in, all of these tools at my disposal in order to learn the information that I just put into the extractor. I'll start with reading, but I'm going to go through everything and just show you the brief demonstration of how it works and what its purpose is. Reading says click the play button at the beginning of the sentence to read along.
The simplest type of carbohydrate is a monosaccharide.
And to see a definition, I put the cursor over the word. I can read the definition of the word. I can click the word again.
Carbohydrate.
And I can familiarize myself with the part of speech that each word is, with the terminology, and with the pronunciation. So that's just getting familiar with the content, even if I've never heard of it before, or if there's one word that's causing problems because I don't know the definition. I start with reading, and it gives me all of that. I'll go to my study tools. I can look at grammar, looking at how the content was presented. It asks me to find and click on all the determiners in the sentence below. Round 1 of 8, question 1 of 2. Here the timer's keeping track of how long it's taking me to identify all of those answers as I go through. And if I don't know, I can always go back to reading and pay more attention to the parts of speech under each word. You got 101 correct, click next to save your time and score. And now the timer again is starting from 0, and now I'm on question 2 of 2. So I can go through all of these. It tells me how many determiners. Right here I'm looking for determiners. It tells me how many I need, how many I found. So I'll go back to my study tools to show also the spelling.
And spell the word and.
Here again the timer's counting up for me, so all the time that I spend on studypartners.us, I can be accountable for what I was working on, what tool I was using, which information took me the longest. And here I'm going almost like a spelling bee. So I'll click again if I want to hear the word.
And
then I'll just enter it here. I can press enter key or I can click on the check.
Energy. Spell the word energy.
And it gives me the definition. And I can go through current word number 2 of 13. And again, it's going to give me a report, not just on how much time it took me to go through all these words in the sentence, it's also going to give me the time it took per word. I'll go to my study tools, and now I can go to another feature where with reading, spelling, and grammar, the timer is going up. Teach me, study, take it, clocker, cram it, and type in. The timer is counting down. So let's start with teach me. You'll see the timer's counting down from 60 seconds. So here it's making sure I focus in 1-minute intervals, and on the teach me, it's giving me the correct answer highlighted in the white background. So I don't have to guess, I don't have to do trial and error, I just need to focus on what's the question on the left and what's that correct answer that I need to associate with it on the right. If I want to go at my own pace, I can click on study. Study's going to still give me the correct answer so that I don't have to guess yet. I'm still teaching myself. It won't advance to the next question until I click it. So now I'm teaching at my own pace as I go through question by question. Again, the timer is giving me 1 minute to focus, and it's going to keep track of every single minute that I'm spending on studypartners.us. So as a teacher, as a parent, as a student, I can use that information to tweak my study time to what works best for me. And that's why I just want to show you all of these tools that were generated and at your disposal. You can click through and use which ones work. Cram it, you saw I just clicked. It's giving me 2 questions, 2 to 3 questions at a time. It gave me the question and the correct answer to review. And now it's giving me a 1-minute interval to go over just these 2 questions at a time, 2 to 3 questions at a time. Sugars are carbohydrates, but not all carbohydrates are sugars. I got that correct. Let me click on something that's incorrect. In cram it mode, it won't let me get an incorrect answer. It tells me I answered incorrectly and gave me the correct answer. So these tools, let's go back to my study tools. My Teach Me, my Study, and my Cram It are not letting me do trial and error. They're not letting me guess. Cram It is kind of moving me towards the testing mode, but it's still making sure I don't get that far off track where so many of the questions I'm getting wrong. So if you notice and you go to take it and you're ready to test yourself, and it's going to let you get an incorrect answer. Right? So I was just clicking, but say I'm just clicking and I'm getting it all wrong. Right? That means I'm testing myself and I wasn't ready to test. Even there it says your click speed is good, but your accuracy is poor. We recommend using the clocker. Choose any option at the right to try this study partner again. So here, even in the testing, it's still wanting me not to go so far into trial and error where I'm associating the wrong content. But if I do, it's giving me all of these resources on the right to come back and refresh my memory at my own pace. I can try to take it again if I think I'm ready to test myself and that was just a fluke, or I could go to Clocker. Clocker is going to help me transition from that study mode to really testing myself. I can click on the number of answers to show being 1, so it's only showing me the correct answer, and now I can try and develop some associative tools or some pattern recognition on my own by looking at the question on the left, the answer on the right, and becoming faster with my processing speed. When I'm ready, I can increase the number of choices on the right. See if I still have my accuracy, still check my processing speed. And then when I'm ready, I can increase the number of choices on the right. 4 would be almost simulating the take it mode. But the clocker is really so that you can associate, you can practice your clicking and you can learn your own association tools for the content. So let me go back to take it. All right. And now just by using those tools, not even focusing the whole time, I've gotten most of the information. And then I click too many times. But let's go through the full 60 seconds. I'll let you do that with your demonstration. If you want to use the Extractor on the front or if you want to join, you can keep adding to your curriculum and your content. When you sign up, you'll have your study partners that you can take over and over and over again. And then you'll be able to see your reports as well. Here I clicked on the worksheets. This is a printable worksheet. I can have the correct answers printed at the bottom, or I can have it printed like a test where there's no assistance. So everything about what StudyPartners.us generated for me is tools that I can use. What works for me, what doesn't work for me. Everybody's unique. You can always say, I do want the correct answers at the bottom. Click yes, scroll down, and there's the correct answers. I can fold it underneath when I take it, or I can just put it there so that it's still almost like a teach me mode. So I'm practicing writing the correct answer that I already see down there and associating it with the question. And then if you like typing, you can use a digital worksheet, which is like the printable worksheet, but now you're typing it in. Case sensitive or case insensitive for your answers. And then on this, you'll notice that there's no timer, but there is a timer in the background. So it's going to check how long does it take me to complete this. And then after this, I'll show you another tool. There we go. I pressed enter. I got it correct in 13.8 seconds. So it's keeping track. Everything I'm doing on studypartners.us is keeping track of my time management, the content that I'm learning, and how well I'm performing. That's for my own resources, it's for my teacher, for my parent, for myself. All of these tools let you customize your learning pattern and what works best for you. You can create as many as you want, create your own curriculum once you've joined, and you don't have to put initials or anything. The study partner will be there when you log in. All of your study partners will stay with you. But let me show you that tool I was talking about, Type In. So if you're not ready for digital worksheet, but you feel like you've tested pretty well with Take It, and you want to get better with how fast you're typing it, you can use Type In. And now Type In's going to give me a 60-second window to focus, and it's also going to give me a report that's letting me know which questions are taking me the longest. So this will help me with, is it a matter of did I know the question, or is it a matter of I need to practice typing that answer. And then come back to my study tools, and let's look at spelling again.
Not. Spell the word not.
So this is also like Type In, but I'm listening to the word and then typing in the answer.
Carbohydrates. Spell the word carbohydrates.
Right. So this is everything generated from the extractor. All I had to do was put some content in there about carbohydrates. Now all these tools were presented to me and generated by studypartners.us so that I can learn at my own pace, and I can come back. I can go from short-term, midterm, long-term memory at any point in my studies and my learning curve. I can use whichever tool I need in order to get re-familiarized with the material, or even just to get introduced, my initial introduction to the material. If I don't know a word, if I don't know a definition, if I don't even know how to pronounce it, I can click on reading, and I can gain that confidence just with how to state the question before I even go into what's the answer. So everything about these tools that are generated is so that you don't have to guess, so that you can go from the most efficient method that works for you, from putting that content into your short-term, mid-term, and long-term memory. I hope that was helpful. I hope you join, and thank you for watching.